Good afternoon, Muscle Car Corner here at Taladega with Tim Welborn. He's the host of the Aero Warrior reunion, and we have had a good time. So, Tim, tell me about the K&K insurance car that you've had. How long have you had it? What motor's in it? What's that rub mark right there?
Well, I had the car about 26 or 7 years now. It used to be here at the Motorsports Hall of Fame where we're at today at the Taladega track, and the car was basically a car without an engine. It had a dummy in it, and the museum has seen a few hard times, and I was on the board of directors, so I said, hey, what if I purchase the car, and if the museum needs it back anytime they want it, they can have it, they can even buy it back for 3 years.
Gotcha.
Anyway, the car wound up being in my possession, going to the Wellborn Muscle Car Museum. Walking down the street one day in New York, Bob Lutz walks up beside me. We get to chatting. Never met him. A little shy as I am, but still. He said, you have the K&K Dodge? I said, yes, sir. He said, well, does it run? I said, no, sir. He said, why? I said, it has a dummy motor. He said, well, you know what? These Germans that just bought our company, I don't really care for them, and I'd like to go to Nürburgring, Germany, Silverstone, England, Goodwood Festival Speed, and show everybody that we went fast before they did.
Nice.
And I said, he said, well, I got a 528 fuel engine that just came out of the program, and he said, I'll send it down. Big craterized 528 cubic inch Hemi, been run hard, tested at Chrysler, bolted it right in with all the original intake, carburetor, everything. Started going to Europe, made 13 trips to Europe with this car.
Wow.
And yeah, the rub mark came from Nürburgring when somebody got a little close to me, so that's my mark on it right there. I could buff it out, but you know, it's just a piece of history. We've been driving the car today, and most of the people know this car broke 28 land speed records after it was the Grand National Champion right here at Taladega, Alabama.
Really?
And it's kind of fitting to see it going around the track today like what it's doing. And I've been driving it. The car drives just as beautiful as it did back in the day. In fact, we're fixing to do a few laps here in a little bit and make some good noise.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got a chance to ride in it yesterday, and it was quite a thrill to be hanging onto that roll bar for my dear life, thinking, oh, we don't hit the wall.
Yeah.
But
well, you do feel like that when you hang it up there high. Until you get used to that curve, it's
intimidating.
To me, we did about 20 laps this morning, and every lap was just better and better. Now I feel like I can take her on up there.
You're ready to rock.
Yeah, she's just been tuned up suspension-wise. Dave Marcus had a hand in that. And,
oh, wow. Did he have his wingtips on?
He always has his wingtips on. And what
Still to today.
To this day. What a gem of a guy.
I love him.
Always to Dave Marcus.
He's one of the best in NASCAR. Yeah. You know,
one
he
of the
was
last ones that knows what to do with this thing. And now it's set up by him, and that's why I feel so good going out on track doing these exhibitions.
Yeah, it really was smooth, you know, at the speed you were at yesterday. You know, I don't think you got it over 100, maybe buck 20 or something.
Around there probably, just once or twice.
Just where the wing just starting to work just a little bit.
In third gear. But anyway, she does run good. She is a piece of history.
No doubt.
And you know, there'll be more times when we'll do exhibition runs with it at different tracks, because the NASCAR older group, everyone remembers this car.
Of course.
It makes a round around the track. People are standing up, looking at it, clapping hands. They're going, hey, that was 1970. And I will say this, that's when real men drove cars.
Oh, no doubt there. The historical sports car racing, I'm going to be at Daytona in 2 weeks, or next week. They're having that at Daytona, and they bring out a lot of the stock cars, you know, but they're the ones who turn left and right.
Yeah.
So I don't think this car's set up for that.
Don't like right much.
So
we found that out at Nürburgring. I got some right-hand turns. I was struggling with them, but boy, I could eat those straightaways.
Oh, I bet. Well, you know, this is my first time with this reunion, and I tell you what, Tim, this is one of the neatest car events I've ever been to, hands down. And you know, y'all welcoming in and getting all this on YouTube, I really appreciate. We're gonna have an unbelievable movie with the cars, with me in the van and watching that, sitting there in that. I felt like I was right back in 1970 again, seeing all those three cars behind us, mixing it up a little bit. That was simply.
Well, I gotta tell you about this Aero Warrior group. Been knowing, gosh, we started way back in the 70s putting these meets together. And, wow, we've had so many good friends, so many of them turn up every time we do this, and fewer of us every year, so let's do all of them we can do while we do them.
Well, we're not getting any younger, and if we can do it every 2 years, that would be amazing.
Well, I'm going to talk with Doug about that.
Gotcha.
See, the meat does need to move around, but since it seems the enjoyment of all of the wing cars really, and the track working with us the way they did here,
Yeah.
the track group has been spectacular work.
They are.
Letting us have fun out there. Feels like you're kind of a NASCAR driver, if you know what I mean.
Heck yeah, man.
Kinda.
You can play the role with this car, you know?
In fact, they just told me that the track guys did some look. When this is over today, we have to go park it out here on the grass with a Taladega behind it. They want a group photo with it to put in their office. So
Nice.
So even these guys remember this car.
Yeah.
And we had the 43 car out here, the 42 car.
Yeah.
Ramos Scott's number 7. We've had a lot of fun this weekend.
That car, I haven't seen that car since back in the day. You know, where's that car been hiding?
What,
The Ramos.
No, Doug's had it.
Has he?
He brings it to certain events, especially when it's a track event. And,
Gotcha.
That's a piece of history too. Actually, the K&K and the Ramos stock car would be the only 2 true sheet metal cars that have been through the wind in 1970.
Gotcha.
And so that's what I like about this one and that one. Those, if you look at those, they're like the Bible how you would restore one.
Of course. Well, what do you think about the future is with these wing cars as far as keeping on running them on? Would you try another track like Daytona or something, or would you, of course, stay here, at Talladega?
If I had 2 tracks I'd like to go to as exhibition, it'd be Daytona and Charlotte and Atlanta.
Yes.
That's 3 tracks. But when you get to the smaller ones, these things were meant for super speedways. But they would sure get some looks out there if they were.
The mule car, just real quick. I got a chance to ride that, and I was looking through the interior of it and looking at the differences between that and these other race cars. And like on the dash, it had some trim on it that the other ones don't have. There were certain little things here and there, but I heard rumors that you guys are going to put that back in the correct color and possibly restore that car back to where it was.
Original. Well, that car was converted from the DC 93 or whatever it was car back in the day to look like the 88 that broke the 200-mile-an-hour barrier.
Yeah.
Well, we know now the 88's back in existence, and so it'd be kind of nice to see it go back. And yes, there is a group of us talking now. Maybe we get together and do that.
That'd be amazing.
I think it'd be cooler to put it back than to leave it in its not original 88 trim, I guess.
Yes. Well, it brings back the original status of the car, and the paint scheme is important on that car. So I think it's something really important.
The number 71. I like that.
That's good stuff too. So I talked to him. I asked Wade to get hold of me when you all start working on that. I want to document that restoration on that. I'll fly in and we'll go over it, and I'd like to put a movie together on that car being restored. I think that would be something that's really worth doing. So I sure appreciate it, Tim. Yes, sir. I want to be a regular up there and just be I said I'll do windows, sweep floors, whatever it is to get in your world,
We'll let you dust off cars.
I think I can do that. Thank you, brother. Sure appreciate it. Muscle Car Corner signing out. Unbelievable time with Tim Welborn in this car. Just really good stuff. I can't tell you how good of a guy he is and what he does for all these people. It's just amazing, and he's a special dude, man, and I'm so happy to be a friend. That's all I can say. So Muscle Car Corner here at Talladega. We're going to wrap this up. This is going to be a part of a movie I'm going to do on this car, and we're going to start at Wellborn Museum and roll it on into the track time we had yesterday, and then us with me in the van. I'm going to have that also. So be looking forward to a movie on this car in the near future. Muscle Car Corner sign out. I sure appreciate all my subscribers trying to bring this quality Mopar action to y'all. So stay with me, man. Give me some subscribers. I sure appreciate y'all. Thanks so much.